G'day, it's me Thomas, and today for my totally critical and in-depth analysis on an advertisement, I'm going to be looking at a commercial for the SEGA Genesis. Oh wowee, a video game topic, tisk tisk tisk, how typical Thomas you say. Well, hold on, I actually do have something pretty damn good here, and I'm going to take you on the ride of the sweet sweet year of 1991, where everyone was getting ready to quote Terminator 2 for the rest of their lives, and smelling like Teen Spirit. Well, here we go. Alright, so I want you to imagine it's 1991. You're a connoisseur of interactive video entertainment, aka the G word, gamer! And it's the start of the glorious, sweet 16-bit era. Next-gen crisp graphics, none of that bleep bloop gloop you got in the 8-bit era. This era's hardcore, but there's something new on the market, the fabled SEGA Genesis. You tune in on the TV and see what seems like a regular Super Mario World commercial. You hear the bing bing wahoos of the TV and the guy knows it's good, completely ignoring the other TV. But that everyone attracts your eye. Wow, who's that? But he's next to Super Flippin' Mario, who cares? How are you going to attract the eye away from the hottest release of 1991, Super Mario World? Immediately, the unique selling point of the Genesis is sold to you like that as soon as you look at the screen.
Cool colors, huh? Wow, Sonic's fast too.
Looking a whole lot faster than Mario and anything that the Super Nintendo can pull off. Immediately telling the viewer, hey, the Genesis is faster and more hardcore than the SNES. Now of course we now know that the SNES is more than capable of fast games like the Genesis. I mean heck, even Super Mario World in the commercial is fast, but back then the Genesis' unique selling point was that, hey, we're faster and more hardcore than the Super Nintendo. And if the gameplay wasn't cool enough already, the Genesis was way cheaper than the Super Nintendo at the time, $150 USD as opposed to $200, which at the time was a massive deal. You gotta remember back then, the NES, the first console of its time, was $100 USD. And then the new system suddenly jumping to $200 USD scared a lot of parents back in the day from getting a 16-bit system. And that simple $50 price difference was majorly effective at getting parents to get the system. And the fact that Sonic came with it made the deal way easier. Like, heck yeah, free video game with the box. Who wouldn't want that? And it was risk-free to play Sonic and get into Sega's new mascot since it came with the system. I'm going to tell you a sweet cool fact about this ad. This ad genuinely played a massive part in starting the console wars you see today. Back then, it was mainly Nintendo running the video game market space as other competitors at the time, Atari and Amiga and even Sega, their games and systems were not really all that special and high quality as the original NES. With the 16-bit generation, Sega wanted to make a name for themselves and take that big leap from their kinda half successes of the Master System in the 8-bit era. And I think the bandwagon snowball played a huge part in getting their 16-bit success as well as their amazing games at the time. The guy in the ad that's trying to sell you Mario, what is he? He's genuinely just there to be a physical ad, you know? They ain't gonna try and sell you anything new because Mario's cool, Mario's marketable, who the hell's this blue, hairy spike for? He ain't Mario. But with the line of the Pro Tag, which is meant to be a POV of yourself, you noticed, oh man, Sonic's way faster than Mario, looks way more involved and fun to play. The ad makes you feel smart for straying away from the norm, which was Mario. It makes you feel cool being the ad guy and making your own decision based on the selling point of, oh wow, Sonic's fast. Pfft, screw Mario, he ain't going that fast. And even at the end, the ad guy is like defeated and saying,
that game I'll take Sonic and Genesis. I knew that.
Thus starting the early 90s bandwagon of Sonic is cooler than Mario, and that bandwagon continued well on throughout the Genesis and most of Sega's lifespan, and thus the war commenced on. Another technique this ad has is conflict between the protagonist and the advertisement guy himself. In the ad, you constantly have the ad guy talking about Mario. Mario, Mario, Mario. Wow, Super Nintendo. Look at the
Cool colors, huh?
But the Pro Tag is more interested in the Genesis and the actual game being played, not these numbers being thrown around and stuff about colors. He's more interested in what's actually being shown, not, you know, numbers and colors and all of that. The whole advertisement's theme is conflict. Sonic's whole conception initially was to be Sega's mascot, bigger than the big Nintendo and their plumber. Sega didn't really have any mascots throughout their arcade and Master System era. The fact that the two games are lined up and the ad's trying to get you, the protagonist, to see why Sonic is better than Mario is Sega basically telling you, hey, we are better, screw Mario and the other company. And throughout the 90s, Sonic's games genuinely were fighting very, very closely for that number one spot, with Mario being Wahoo Man himself. Nowadays, not so much, but back then they were very close in popularity and that conflict was very well there. Alright, so now that the advertisement's all done and analysed, what effect did this advertisement have, post its, airing on the TV? Why was it so special in the 16-bit era? Well, as I said earlier, the war commenced on, and it very well did. This ad was such a surprise, and so effective that even other big names like Sony themselves used this technique when they started off with the PlayStation, of saying screw Mario, we're cooler, with Crash Bandicoot in a comical ad where he's basically bullying Mario and Nintendo outside of their own damn offices. Even when the great mascot platformer craze was still going on, other characters attempted this very format of advertisement too. And it even helped blossom a subculture in the gaming community itself of console warriors angrily at each other, still to this day on social media, about each plastic box's exclusives and how many gigabit flops they all have and whatnot. Whilst I don't really enjoy fighting about which plastic box does what, you enjoy what you want to enjoy. This advertisement seriously played a massive part in Sega's success, and because of that success, some of my favourite games of all time were made, and I will enjoy them forever. Nowadays, the marketing for consoles are more so focused on the quality and presentation of their own games, rather than stomping Mario into the ground. Sometimes, every now and again, you'll get something wacky, but most video game/console marketing is made to be very professional and visually appealing, because the push for who has the better visuals has become a key element in video game marketing, with all these massive CGI trailers and most having keywords like cutting edge ray tracing, 4K, 60 million FPS, technical jargon like that. I think the 16-bit era is still an immensely fun era to look back on. Most video game companies back then didn't really have their footing yet, so they all got super experimental with their advertisements. Some ads being amazing, and some being less so amazing. It was super common for old video game ads to just be wacky and sometimes even creepy, just to get the attention of their audience. Very different to the way they are today. I really hope you all enjoyed my nice little video essay on the beeps and bloops of the past, and I hope you all got a chuckle or two out of my editing and or script. This was actually really fun to make, and I am genuinely excited for the next few video essays to come. Also, any and all criticism is super appreciated. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you all later.